So this is the only chicken I have left. I'm gonna tell you this story in the car ride. I'm here at my old place right now before I head up to the land. She has grown her tail feathers back now. You can see somebody had tried to capture these chickens and she was the one that got away, luckily. But when we get out to the land, we'll start over. I'm in here in the coop, my old coop. I built this coop myself, and this is on my old land. So anyway, we're gonna head out to the new land. All right, guys, welcome back to Cotton Patch Gold Mine Prospecting and Homesteading, our new venture, our new channel here. Again, my name is Chris. If you're new here, welcome. Most everybody is new here. Some of you may be coming from my old channel, and I really appreciate the guys that have come over. You guys have come over from my original channel, Smokescreen. I've been on YouTube for quite a while, and that was my entertainment media channel, and I'll still do some stuff over there as well. But anyway, we are back at it today on a short little trip here, going out to the land, and we're going to do a little prospecting in the creek at Cotton Patch and get a little gold, hopefully. I know there's gold there. I've already been poking around every couple of weekends here when I have time. Just not a lot of time for a lot of stuff right now, obviously, with the several moves going on and 2 houses being sold and all this happening at one time with my job. Is crazy right now. It's a crazy time of year for us at work. And just so much going on at the same time. So finally got a few hours. I have a couple hours to go out here and poke around. So we won't do a whole lot today, but I'll see if the creek's got some water flows. This has actually rained a couple days. Maybe we'll have some flow. Maybe we can do a little sluicing, but we'll try to get down to that bedrock and get us a little bit of gold off the new property. But anyway, just want to jump on here really quick and do a new vlog for you guys, and no real updates on the house. I was going to say, other than we are going to flip the house. So they were about to start. We had all the permits and everything done, but we decided at the last minute that, well, not really the last minute, I should say. I'd been talking about it, but decided to flip the house from the plans, is what I mean by flipping the house, from garage on one side to the other side. So kind of just flipping the actual plan on its head. And just reversing everything because it fits the layout of the cleared area for our land better. And I think I showed that area to you the first video we did when I showed you how they had started the clearing process. So all that was done. We were ready. Everything's starting to come together to start the process. They're going to start the driveway here soon anyway. So they can't do the actual footings or anything yet anyway without the driveway, so they can get the trucks in there and all that. So that should be coming anytime now as far as the driveway goes. But we decided to go ahead with that process. So it's going to push it out another week and a half, maybe. They'll have to redraw it or whatever and then resubmit it to the county. But it shouldn't take long. It's literally just a planned flip. There's not going to be any more materials or changes, anything like that. So anyway, heading out to the land. That's the only real update there. I just showed you guys, I just took a little video of my old house that I just left, and I'm heading out to the land now. But I showed you my last chicken. We were talking about homesteading up here, and we're going to have, chickens and other animals as well. I've had chickens for years now, and just showed you my last one. And what I mean by my last ones, I told you guys in that little clip there, my chickens got stolen. If I haven't played that, I'll edit it in here somewhere or whatever yet. But anyway, yes, you heard that right. My chickens got stolen, which I've never heard of in my life, which absolutely sounds ridiculous when you say it out loud. But after I moved out and put my house for sale and whatever, somebody figured out that, I wasn't there during the day or whatever, and went and stole my chickens. And I had 9 chickens left, and originally had 14, lost a couple to some animals and stuff here and there, and then one to sickness, and a couple of them are getting old. But anyway, had 8 chickens left. We're going to bring them with us to the new place, obviously, and keep our flock going, and then probably add to it. But then, yes, I came one day to clean out the coop and feed them one night after work and make sure they had food and water, all that good stuff, and they were gone. And it was not the cops or animal control. I talked to all of them and seeing if anybody had reported it. I figured somebody may have thought, this guy moved out and just left his chickens there because the house is for sale, and maybe somebody reported it to the animal control and somebody came and picked them up, which I would have actually appreciated that more if that were the case. But it was not the case, and they were actually stolen. And on top of that off, they came back and got the waterer that used to hang there under my coop. So they had taken a feeder, a water now, and then all my chickens, but never touched any of the chicken food in the building right there, which was unlocked because I live out in the country, so it's very rare for any kind of, theft and stuff like that. So anyway, she had come walking up when I was over there. She was the last one remaining, and she apparently got away because she was missing some tail feathers when I found her, and so she's kind of been alone since then. So we're going to rehome her for now. We're going to bring all the chickens over to where we're staying now and kind of do a temporary little coop or something, and try it that way. But now that they're gone, I think I'll just try to rehome her to somebody local that has a flock already, so she has a good home and some companions again, because she's probably lonely and confused and it's getting cold. So we have to have her get with some other birds so she can stay warm at night. So she's got to be introduced to a new flock slowly, and people will know how to do that. So that's what I'm probably going to do. But anyway, that's the weird story about how my chickens just randomly got stolen, and it was just the weirdest thing in the world. I've never heard of somebody stealing damn chickens and then coming back for the actual feeder and water, which is very odd. My neighbors does have a couple outdoor cameras, but he could not see that far up in my yard, so we never saw anything. So let's head out to a cotton patch and get us a little gold. We made it. We are now on the land. We are here at the creek here. You've probably seen this before. If you ever watch gold prospecting videos on YouTube, you've seen it from Lee Hendricks Gold. He's a YouTuber who does gold prospecting. He's been out here on this property with Tim, the former owner, Tim Ashley. Very cool guy. And you may recognize from those videos, there's the trommel back there, and Tim was gracious enough to leave that to us. So we'll get that thing running here one of these days. I haven't really messed with it obviously yet, since we just got the land not too long ago, but there's that trommel. We'll get her set back up, get something in the sluice box and get her running again at some point. But we actually got a little water flow today. It's been raining for a couple of days, off and on, not a lot, but it is get the water flow a little bit more. It's actually a little bit clearer. You can see. I'm going to poke around. I think right about here is where I was before. There's bedrock. It's hard to see from this camera right down here. But this is right on top of bedrock where Tim and them had scraped back before, and I was just kind of getting deeper under the edge there. So I definitely know there's some gold there. But I may go over here and poke around in this little kind of bench over here. You can see all the gravel is built up there, and the stones, the bigger stones, built up on you. See all that's all nice bedrock right there. I'm sure this has been picked over a million times here. Being a cotton patch has been around for a long time. But I don't know how long it's been since somebody messed in that stuff. Maybe follow that bedrock back under there. I'm not sure how long it's been since somebody messed with that. So I may mess around over there a little bit first and kind of dig a hole and just take a couple test pans and see what's going on. Otherwise, I think I may be able to set up a sluice today, a little sluice right there. I may try that and then dig right here below my feet and get into that bedrock a little bit. And just grab a couple buckets and run it through the sluice and sit out here and relax. So anyway, let's get to it. Let's get all set up here. I got my stuff in the car here. Let's go dig it out and get started. right, guys, I poked around, did a few test pans over there, and I started to see a little gold here. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. You got a good chunky piece right here, and a couple little real fines. So, all right, if I can zoom in on this, there you go. It's pretty small, but good and chunky. You can see that right there, and that was right there in that little hole. As I got a little bit deeper there, that's when I started seeing that, you know, some black sand there starting to show up. So we're getting down back to the bedrock there. For today, since I have limited time, I think what I'll do is I'll just go right over here like I was talking about, right down here, and I kind of go back under the bank here this way, this direction towards the bank, on this bedrock, and follow that and try to get it out. Get a couple little half buckets and run it through the sluice. I'll show you what I got set up over here. I did get a sluice set up, I think. All right, so as you can see, I did get a sluice set up here. The little mini sluice we used up in Euphoria last weekend. Got the big boy up there, but not gonna fit in this little area. But at least we got some running water today, so I think I got him set up okay. I'll do a test here in a second, but I'm gonna go right back over here where I was when I first came up here. Right there in that hole, and it's hard to tell a little bit, I guess, but this is where it was scraped off. You can kind of see where the old bank was. And it goes to there, and that's where Tim scraped this back with his backhoe or his excavator, whatever you call it in your area. And I know that Lee and his buddy was up here getting pretty good gold on the bedrock, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Continue what they were doing and just follow it right there. See if we can get a little bit. You can see all the cobble there in that layer too. But from so far, that's been the best gold, is right down on the bedrock, as you would expect. And I'll do one quick test pan to show you guys, then I'll do like maybe a half bucket or so, run through that sluice box. And we'll see what we got. All right, quick little update. I was just doing some digging without filming, and I dug one more in that other hole I started over there, and started getting down and saw a couple more good little flakes, little chunks, little chunky pieces. But I came over here to the bedrock, where I found pretty good gold last time, and I ain't found shit yet.
What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
First couple, just a small little pan. It's hard to dig on that. I don't have a dredge or anything right now, obviously. You can't dredge right now without water, but not that I own one anyway. I've never actually owned a dredge, come to think of it, because I've always went to public lands where you can't use dredges here in North Carolina. So anyway, this would be a much easier job to scrape bedrock off than what I'm getting with a shovel. All right, guys, hard to tell from this pan, but this looks a lot better. I know it's all muddy and goopy and you can't really tell, but what I found there on that bedrock right there, it's hard to, you can see that, that's actual old bedrock, it's just dirty. But there's a little crevice right there, you can kind of see, kind of a mini crevice there. And it looked like a part of the bedrock, but it actually broke apart there, and that's what those chunks are. And there was good material in there too, old, stinky, good shit. So hopefully, this pan is going to look a lot better than the last pan. We got down a little bit more there under that piece of broken bedrock, so hopefully some gold has settled down in there. So let's get to panning and see if this looks any better. All right, well, that didn't pan out, literally. So I don't know, that looked really good. I broke up the bedrock down there. I know there's gold there. I got it just literally a couple weeks ago right there in that same spot. But that's the thing about prospecting, you know, a couple inches can make a difference. So what's probably happening, I think, here, I know I got into a new little crevice there. I just got that opened up. So there's a couple more flakes in there for sure, but not as good as I was hoping for a good sized pan full. What I think is just happening is some of the material just above that's dropping down into that hole, and that's probably what the majority of material I'm getting. Just a few inches can make a difference. There's not a lot of gold in the overburden here, but I know it's down in the bedrock. I've seen it before myself and in a couple other videos I was talking about for sure. So I know it's there, but that's prospecting. I mean, it's literally just watching rocks. So, but I will say too, at home when I get there, I'll pan out tonight if I can, or maybe tomorrow, a sample I got from up here near the gold pit where they used to dig the gold out for people who came up here for recreational prospecting. So I do have a little sample there from like the trail that goes down to the gold pit. So I'll pan that out. I don't expect to be a lot in there, but maybe something. Just wanted to see. There's gold all over this property. I've seen it myself. I used to come here years and years ago and have fun and get their dirt and find pretty good gold. But I found it here myself, you know, this in the last month or so that I've owned this property. So anyway, Well, guys, another day, another dollar, maybe. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Again, didn't spend a lot of time. I haven't really on all these videos so far. We haven't spent a lot of time out there just because of the weather and other things going on. The time change really got me all messed up too. But anyway, we know there's good gold there, but that's the way it is. That's gold prospecting, you know. Gold is where you find it. You can think it's the perfect location. Got bedrock here, inside bins, behind a big boulder, all that stuff, and there's nothing. And then you can dig in a straightaway where everything would be blown through normally, and all of a sudden you find a big old pay layer. I mean, it's just the way it is with gold prospecting. But the main thing is, the important part of that is, of course, is your gold prospecting. You're not at home sitting on the couch. You're not working. You're having a good time, hopefully with a significant other or friend or family member that enjoys the hobby with you, whether you like to go out camping or hunting or whatever you do outdoors. It doesn't matter as long as you're out there doing it. That's what matters. And so it can be hard work hiking out to places and digging in the creeks and moving rocks around and all that shit, and that's the way it is. You know, that's all gold prospecting is when it comes down to it. You're washing rocks. So if you like to play in the dirt, wash rocks and find yellow rocks occasionally, then go out and give it a try if you hadn't tried it already. You can start gold prospecting for, you know, $10. Get you a gold pan and a shovel, and that's all you need to start. Don't cost a lot of money, so you can go as far as you want with it. Make it a hobby, make it a weekend thing, make it a every weekend thing, whatever you want to do with it if you enjoy that type of thing. But the main thing for me has always been, you know, being out in the creeks, being out in nature. I just enjoy the sound of running water. It's just gorgeous out there to me. I've just always enjoyed it. Camping and all that stuff as well goes right along with it. Campfires and cooking over campfires and the whole thing. So you'll see us do a lot of that stuff over the years and on this channel. Hopefully, if you stick along, we really appreciate it. And we have a lot more to come. Like I said, a lot of updates on the house coming real soon. Next couple of weeks, we'll start seeing actual updates where we'll come out here and film, you know, the house going up itself. Kind of our plans as to what we're going to do for the homesteading side of the channel, you know, like where animals may or may not go, and where we're going to have this or that, chicken coops and little pasture areas, whatever. So we'll have a lot of that stuff as well as the gold prospecting, but we'll always be going out to Uwharrie, camping, going out to obviously on our own land now because there's gold all over the place. We'll be testing all around there and having some fun, especially when we get some equipment to play around in. You know, I'm not going to tear it up and make a mess of everything like it's, you know, an actual gold mine anymore, but there may be possibilities to reopen part of that too to the public. You know, we're certainly something we'll consider when the time's right for sure, because there's too much history there to just let it go and just somebody just live on it and never do anything with it. So, and one way or another, we're gonna have Cotton Patch, you know, and at least the history of it preserved in some way, shape, or form. So, anyway, getting dark here. I'm on the way home. We may pin out that dirt when I get there. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you joining me on another little weekend adventure with Chris. We appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.